here we are. This is what we got.
It's incredible. Dare I ask what sort of money has been invested to bring it up to this condition?
Oh,
Hello, the things you find when you go out on an antiques hunt. That is a Spitfire. There's me and the dog wandering around the cobbles in Grassington, North Yorkshire. That's a real Spitfire. It's behind barbed wire at the moment, but I've got access to it. I'm going to meet the owners.
Now, Mel, you own a Spitfire.
yeah, that's right. Myself and my brother, we do.
And here we are in Grassington, the 1940s weekend. Tell us how you came to own a Spitfire.
Well, we were undergoing a project at the time with another aircraft we were doing some work on and getting built when a friend of ours found some pieces of a Spitfire in an old World War I hangar in Ellesmere Port. And in the hope that a museum was actually going to take it off his hands with some lottery funding and restore the thing. And it was in pieces.
Right.
I've got to say, it was in pieces. Anyway, the museum reneged on it. He was stuck with it, and he approached us and said, would we take it off his hands? He didn't know what to do with all the bits. So we did. That was 10 or 11 years ago, and it's taken us that long to get it up to what it is now. We had to rebuild the wings, we had to rebuild the whole tail section that was smashed off. And, well, here we are. This is what we got.
It's incredible. Dare I ask what sort of money has been invested to bring it up to this condition?
It's cost us a lot of money. I couldn't even put an amount on it. I say small amount of restoration we did on the wings cost £12,000. So it's a lot of money, and instruments as well for the dials. Pretty much there were a few, but we've had to replace a lot of them and acquire a lot more of them, and they're expensive.
This is a full-time job for you, surely, keeping this thing.
It is, yeah, it is. When the winter season comes, we're working on it and doing a bit more and a bit more. But over the summer season, we're very busy. In fact, it was only in June we were in Normandy on Sword Beach for the D-Day
how wonderful
celebration.
How wonderful. And sir, what was your name?
My name's Mark.
Mark, and what do you do, Mark? What's your role here with the Spitfire?
Well, I was the one who originally came across it through the guys at Hooton Park Aviation Trust. But I've been reenacting now for over 22 years. I've been a military collector for probably nearly 40 years. So I have quite an extensive collection of World War II pilot gear, which I used to display. And Steve and Mel met me several years ago and was quite impressed by my collection. They got involved, so I got the two brothers into this as a hobby.
Right.
And then it became a bit of an obsession when we decided to have one aircraft built, and that took us 4.5 years to do. And this came up for sale in the middle of that. And so we've been exhibiting this ever since.
Now, when you say exhibiting, here we are right in the middle of Grassington. I mean, this is a very small North Yorkshire market town. I mean, you didn't fly it in, guys, did you?
No, we get asked that question all the time. It doesn't have an engine in it. If it had an engine in it, it would take it above the weight limit in the UK for towing on a trailer, because we take the wings off and the tail and the propellers, and we bring it on a trailer. We did actually feature on a BBC One documentary, The Great Northern Road, about 6 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, right,
going
okay.
down the A1.
As the thing was touring down the A1, I mean, what a sight it would be, Mel. I mean, you must get people almost crashing into the side of you trying to get a view.
You're absolutely right. They're sort of veering towards us, taking photographs, and you kind of think, oh my God.
Yes.
But yeah.
Will this Spitfire ever fly again, gentlemen?
No.
Not whilst...
We won't. Our pockets aren't deep enough, and I'm not so sure I'll be around long enough.
So you take it around the country exhibiting it?
Yes, we go to museums, and particularly 1940s themed weekends, which are still quite popular at the moment in this country.
Well, it's absolutely ram-packed here, isn't it? Yes. Would I be allowed to get into the cockpit or not?
Unfortunately, not.
You can't get in it, but you can.
Can I step on the wing? Would that be all right?
You can step on the box.
Marvellous. Okay. Do I stand on there? Yep. Right. So I did have a look in a Spitfire cockpit recently, and I'm almost falling off. Bit of a Memento there, Iron Cross. Wow, this is quite something. Well, I'll tell you what, chaps, you've done a fantastic job here. Let's have a look at that seat.
I learned from my last Spitfire visit that the pilot would sit on top of his parachute.
Right, I'll exit without falling. Now you must be Steve.
Yes.
Hello, Steve. You don't mind appearing, do you? I'm just admiring your magnificent Spitfire. Just
Thank
talking to
you.
your brother Mel. Yes. Wow, what a thing.
Thank you.
This is a lifetime's work, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's never finished.
The best hobbies are never finished.
Yes.
Isn't it amazing? So Mel, when you said
Yeah.
you made the wings, what did you make them out of?
They've been made out of fiberglass, aluminium, steels, which are running through inside. So
Wow, it's a very clever
we've
job.
tried to keep the weight down, but then again, it's not got any armaments in it, so we keep it down. But it's still a 6-man lift to drop these wings at the end of a display.
Can you imagine? I'm going to walk around the front here. Wow, to get this thing into scale when you stood next to it. The last Spitfire video I made, you might have seen it, when the Australian Spitfire I found in Wales was a fascinating thing. But this, to get a full idea of the scale of this Spitfire, is actually quite remarkable. And the job the guys have done on recreating the wings is, I mean, I'm no Spitfire expert, but blinking heck, fantastic. Wow. Look at that.
Under wraps, yes, but the Spitfires were fitted with Hispano cannons and Browning machine guns.
Let's get a view down the nose.
Ladies and gentlemen, once the band are just getting themselves ready, we will have a service a little after Remembrance here in about 5 minutes.
Oh, gentlemen, what a delight to meet you, and well done you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.